it's JQ. I am here hopping along with this amazing hop that Christie decided to organize. It's I'm Just a Girl, and you saw the really cute thumbnail. I'm just a girl, and mine's going to be Who Loves Purple. And I'm doing my favorite color because I have this tiny photo of myself. Oh, where did I put it? Let me find it. Tiny photo of myself at work. I found a purple mask. It's more of the pinky purple. And I thought it would be perfect for this because I do love purple. I really love the shirt that says I'm just a girl who loves Dr. Pepper, but unfortunately I don't have any photos of myself drinking Dr. Pepper, but that is my drink of choice. So I figured I would do purple also because this month for the monochromatic phonetic challenge over at Paper Issues is purple. So I currently, this is going to be, just heads up if it seems segmented or if I repeat myself, I am going to be filming this in multiple stages because I only have these two distressed oxides. I have one purple color. I have another one on the way because I'm going to do this awesome technique that I saw Missy Whitten do, and then Lacey at Paper Issues, one of the lives she did it with pineapples, and it was so cool. But I'm going to stamp and then wet it and let it drip down my paper. Now, I'm going to stamp the butterfly, but the butterflies are not very big because I'm doing it in my traveler's notebook. And I already ruined 2 pages of my traveler's notebook. I normally don't do trial and error stuff before I film. I usually just wing it and go for it, but this I wasn't sure. In my head, I knew the pink fresh inks wouldn't drip with water because they're not an oxide. They just soak into the paper. They don't sit on top, so they're not going to react with water. They're a dye, not a pigment. So I knew it wouldn't work, but I wanted to try it out just in case. So I gessoed some paper, I tried it, didn't work. Okay. So then I stamped with my oxides and I tried it, and the butterflies just they're not big enough stamps, and on traveler's notebook size pages, they're just not going to be big enough. So what I'm going to do is kind of repeat that look without doing the exact same thing. So I just have this little rectangular block stamp. I'm going to stamp that, let that drip, and then put stamps of butterflies in all these colors. I'm going to fussy cut some of them out as well and die cut some of them out, and I will do some in the distressed oxides. Just have all these different shades of purple on my page. So right now I'm just going to stamp out a bunch of butterflies, and then we will start doing some of the dripping as soon as my third color gets here. And yeah, that is essentially what we're gonna do. So yeah, let's get started. So this was definitely a trial and error type layout project, if you will. So I stamped all my butterflies, and now I'm going to start by using that block and doing the dripping, and it's turning out really good. And I did my first 2 colors, and then I set it aside while I did this, which is just die cutting out the one little butterfly shape because I had a die for it, and then I will fussy cut out the other one. But turns out the white gesso I have, it must have something in it that for my Dusty Concord oxide, it took away all of the red tones. So it ended up looking just like my faded lilac. It was so weird. It was just blowing my mind. So when I got my wilted violet in the mail, So those are the 3 oxides I used. I went back and I redid it, and I ended up doing it twice because at first I thought I just did something wrong. And so I did it. So I used my clear gesso I have on the paper, and it worked out perfect. So I don't know what the deal was, but that was crazy. And I have heard that some gessos, like, they have red in them or something, so it's almost like they absorb the red, or I don't know. So I used clear gesso. So note to self, and it was, I don't even remember what kind of brand of gesso it is. It's just like, I think I got it on scrapbook.com or a cherry on top, so I don't know. It was blowing my mind. So anyway, you're watching me put down butterflies right now. So I ended up taking out most of the process of doing the drips because I had to redo it like 4 times, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to end up going to get to do a video for this layout because it wasn't working. But all you do, as you saw a tiny bit of it, is I ended up actually getting to stamp the butterflies. So I stamped the butterfly, and then you wet it, and then you let it drip. And then I sit there and add more to it to make sure it doesn't all color run off, to make it more saturated, but then you let it drip. And I love how it turned out. So now I'm just stamping my title in the 3 distress oxides that I use. And I said that was Dusty Concord, Faded Lilac, and Wilted Violet. And I could have used Seedless Preserves as well, but I decided just to use those 3. And so it's just, I'm just a girl who loves purple. And so I had to kind of jimmy rig. I have all these I have 3 sets of Title Builder stamps from LA Studio, which I love. I love these. I'm loving stamping on my pages more and more because I have these. And so I was able to spell out purple with a font. I had Just in one of the Title Builders. I had I Am in one of the Title Builders. I had Love in one of the Title Builders, and the words, I think, Shine. So I just masked off the HINE for shine, and so I could have loves. And then I had, I think it's like a birthday stamp set. I can't remember who it's by, but I had the word girl, but it had an exclamation point. And I made the mistake of not masking off the exclamation point. So you get to see me do that mistake in a second. So there I just did the love, and I masked off the shine, and then you take it off before you stamp it, because as you ink it up, it gets on the washi tape. I use washi tape. You don't have to, I guess. And you saw me whip out my Make Art Station. I was sitting there struggling trying to get my papers that curled up to stay down. I'm like, why am I doing this? I have a Make Art Station. Like, that's the reason I have this. The things you forget you have sometimes. But I love all the different shades of purple on here. Like I said, I used my Pink Fresh cubes as well to stamp out the butterflies, and then I fussy cut them out. And so here I did the girl, but the great thing about it being an oxide is it still shows up, but I'm able to wet it and almost erase it a little bit because they react with the water. And so I was able to erase it a little bit, the exclamation point after the girl. But it kind of blends in and you don't even notice after a while. It might stick out to other people, but it doesn't bother me too much. And what I also didn't do on camera was I backed my photo in a couple scrap pieces of purple paper that I had. I mean, here I'm erasing it. See, you just add some water and then I dab it up, and it faded quite a bit. But I backed my tiny, tiny photo in 2 scrap pieces of purple paper. I had one was the Creative Memories, another one is, I want to say maybe Basic Gray. It's super old. That's all I know, is it's super, super old. And I had this cute little chipboard bow that has a tag on it. So I'm going to journal on that. But basically it's just a little photo of me in a mask at work. And I found like the only purple mask I've ever seen in our in our clinic ever since all this started. Usually, the typical white, blue. There's some yellow ones. We have these weird salmon color ones we've had forever. And then the N95s are all white or that weird blue color. But I found this lilac purple mask, and I couldn't wait to grab it and wear it. So even the little bit of joy of having to be miserable and wear a mask all day long, I found a little joy because I found a purple mask. I love the color purple. There's not enough purple in scrapbooking. No. So, yeah. I'm just a girl who loves purple. There were so many things I could scrapbook about, but I know I had this purple mask, so it worked out perfect. So here is a close-up of the beautiful colors, and the layout, and I really appreciate you guys watching, and make sure you watch everybody else. And thank you, Christy, for organizing this hop. It was awesome. I love it. Thanks for watching again, you guys. Bye.